Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys had an amazing week. My name is Slim T. I'm a creative filmmaker, a consultant, and an artist. And today I will be doing a quick tutorial on color grading and color correction as requested by some of my friends on Twitter. So I will try to be doing this every Wednesday, every week. So I drop a tutorial. It might be more, but at least once a week, every Wednesday. So stay tuned as you guys try to learn something. We'll try to keep this video a bit between 4 minutes and less so that it doesn't take too long and you can quickly come in, learn something, and get out. So today we'll be working with a footage that I shot with my DJI drone, and it's of a high-rise building. Let me show you the building. So this is the building right here, and today we're going to learn how to color correct and color grade this footage. So first you would want to import your footage into the timeline like I'm doing here, like so. And if you scrub through, you see it's just a quick rise of the building. So what you want to do first is to add your lumetri color, and you can get that from your effects panel. So from here you type lumetri color, yeah, the Americans color. So you drag and drop this on the timeline and go to your effects control tab, right? So clicking on the clip, you should find your lumetri color here in your effects control tab. So now what you want to do is, looking at this footage right off the bat, I try to shoot it as desaturated as possible so I have more dynamic range and I have more things to play with in post-production. This is our post-production scene. So to bring out your lumetri scopes, you click on window and you come down to lumetri scopes. So we start from the exposure by reducing the exposure down a bit, not too much, just a tad bit. Then to get more mid-range, we increase our contrasts. So if you notice, the contrast will give it a lot of life. Still bring down the exposure a bit because it looks a bit bright. Then for the shadows, you bring up the shadows a bit and also the highlights, right? Sorry, the shadows and the blacks. Then you also bring down the highlights a bit so that it has a bit of mid-tone. Also still bring the exposure down a bit, not too much, somewhere around here. I think I can still bring up my contrast. So yeah, so now let's look at the footage of before and after. This is before, this is after. Can still be better. Try bringing this down a bit, bringing up my exposure, bringing up my highlights, bringing down the blacks. I think we're getting somewhere. So bring down the blacks, bring up the highlights a bit so you can almost reach 100. Bring up the exposure, but not too much. Yeah, so I think I'm good with this. So if you check, this is the before, this is the after. Now, second thing you want to do is to color correct this image, and you can either use that by selecting your white balance tool, which is this eyedropper tool icon. Most as you advance in your production career, you would want to do this manually using the temperature and tint. But if you're just starting out, what I would advise is to use the white color picker tool, because most times it's always very accurate. So the way this works is, if you can figure out what white is, you can figure out what every other color should be. So if you notice in this footage, we have our white building here. So look for the whitest part of the building and select, and it should color correct. So I'm clicking that, and you may not notice, but it's very subtle, but there's a color correction down here. So Ctrl Z to undo. This is the before, this is the after. In case you're not satisfied with this, we can do it manually by reducing the temperature. This is cold, this is hot. If you increase it, it's hot. If you reduce it, it's cold. So somewhere around here, I think I'm fine with somewhere around here. Temperature 4, and the tint, if you increase it, you get a bit of magenta. If you reduce it, you get a bit of green. But like I said, I've already done the white balancing in my drone, so it was already good. So I think I should leave this at -2 because of the trees. Now to add a bit of touch to this, I am going to go to my color wheel match where I have my color wheels, and from that color wheel information you notice we have your midtones, highlights and shadows. So what I want to do is the sky, I want to make it a bit blue, and I want to make the trees a bit more green, and I want to make this logo come out a bit more red. So I'm going to move my midtones a bit red. I'm going to move my highlight extremely to blue, right? I'm going to move my shadows towards green because of the trees. Right, I think it's too green. Go back a bit, just a bit. Yeah. Now make the blues. I don't want the blues to be too much, just a bit. So it doesn't look like those teal and orange Nigerian movies. My bad. But somewhere around here. Then I can add a bit of vibrance. So I'm going to come back to my creative tab and look for vibrance. Vibrance just makes it richer. It's like the soft version of saturation. It just makes the colors richer without increasing the skin tones. So I'm going to increase this a bit. Vibrance still around here. Yeah, so I think I'm satisfied with this. I'm seeing there's a lot of, so if you notice in my information, there's a lot of blues. So maybe I want to reduce the highlights of the blues just a bit so that it's not too much. And also the temperature, so that it's not too much. So it's not too much. Yeah. So it's always good to color correct before color grading so that we have an idea of what we're trying to achieve. So if we look at this visual, I think it's still a bit exposed. We come back here and reduce the exposure just a bit, not too much, just a bit. I think I'm good with, and the highlights. So let me drop this to -5 and increase the highlight, reduce the highlights a bit, reduce the highlights a bit. Yeah. Okay, so let's contrast a bit. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is cool. If we want to preview what we have so far, this is what the video looks like now. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. So I hope this video helps someone today in their editing process on how to get better and well color grade images, and hopefully we can work on something else in our next tutorial. Like I said, this tutorial is going to be dropping once every week, hopefully every Wednesday. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions regarding this edit. If there's something I didn't do right, if there's something that you need to fix, let me know and I'll be glad to answer them. But I believe that for beginner editors, this should come in handy for what you want to do. Oh, by the way, Easter egg, this is me over here. All right, so till next time, till we see you guys next week, do have a lovely week and make sure you stay safe and stay home. Bless.